All right, we are going to set up a Zap that can tag a group of Ontraport contacts when an event is going to occur in your Google Calendar. Um, so Google Calendar event causes the Zap to go off. The Zap communicates with OP Extras, and OP Extras then goes ahead and tags a whole group of contacts, which you can then do campaign automation based on that. So you're going to create a new Zap, and you're going to select Google Calendar for the trigger app. I'm going to go through this fairly quickly. What you care about is event start, triggers at a specified time before an event starts. You're going to select your calendar and set up all the account stuff, things like that. The options, so I have multiple sub calendars, so this is the name of the calendar that I care about. Now we get some real important stuff here. The time before you want it to trigger. I did 30 minutes so that I could do testing. You might want to have a day in advance. The whole reason for setting up this feature was so that I can have automation for our every second Tuesday membership office hours calls, because there's not campaign automation in Ontraport that deals with times like every second Tuesday. But of course, Google Calendar does. So I can drive my campaign based on that. So the idea here would be to have this one day before so I could give them a one-day reminder. So in this case, it says 30 minutes. You could change that. Here's a real important thing. In your calendar, you should have consistent naming if you're doing something like we are, where we have office hours. So in that case, I would put office hours here, and then this Zap would only trigger for events that have that in the name. Otherwise, you're going to get it triggering for everything. So it does take a little thought to set this up. So you can go through all your Zap stuff, testing, yada, yada, yada. Now the action here is going to be a webhooks by Zapier. So you're going to select webhooks. What you care about is fire off a single post request as form or JSON. The second one here. The template. Here's your URL, which I will send in the email that you're getting as well. So big long thing, gcal zap hook. The payload type is JSON. The first data pair that you want is your OP ID. So if we cruise over to your member area, for those of you who have signed up for the beta, the feature beta, which is through another form, which you will also get in the email, you'll see that you could grab this here. Your OPE user ID is here. If you're just using the mobile contact interface, or if you've just signed up for the mobile interface, you don't have access to this. So you grab that from there. So it's OPE ID, paste that in there. The tag is the name of the Ontraport tag that you want to apply to the group of contacts. So I have a tag called group tag 1. The group, the third key value pair here is the group and the name of the contact group. So in contacts, you will have set up a group called My Contact Group or whatever you want that contains a group of contacts, a whole set of contacts that you want to apply this tag to. The only reason that I was able to develop this stuff is because Ontraport allows us to tag a group of contacts as one operation. If they didn't allow that, and I had to go through, contact by contact, then it wouldn't have been really a viable piece of software because it would have taken forever. So this is one operation to apply a single tag to a single group of contacts. And all these other ones were default, I believe. Yeah, you just left all of those as default. And then you go through the testing and so on and so forth. And so my suggestion is that you set up some test, a test group, a test contact group, a test tag, and also a test event in your calendar that you can then make this work with. It's going to take you a little time to prove to yourself that it actually functions the way you want it to, and so that you're not firing off campaign automation immediately without having just proved to yourself that it works the way you want it to. But once again, the whole point of the exercise is that now we can drive things out of our Google Calendar. We can drive campaign automation out of our Google Calendar. So that's it.